Hello there guys, what is going on? Son of Chelsea back here again for another edition of my team selector ahead of the FA Cup final against Arsenal tomorrow night at Wembley. What an amazing opportunity this is for Frank Lampard to win his first piece of silverware as Chelsea's head coach. It would cap off and be a bonus to what has already been for me a successful season for Frank Lampard and his team, getting Champions League football in the bag last week against Wolves and now this, which does feel like a bonus. And I think it'd be amazing for some of the young players in the squad as well who have featured so much this season. Team news-wise, Frank confirmed that both N'Golo Kante and Willian will be in the squad. Real positive, real bonus, because both players can be really important for Frank Lampard, especially having Kante back. You know, Kante, of course, we thought was going to be fit for the Wolves game, missed out, but will be in the squad. So I'll go into my team if I think he's going to start or not. Same with Willian. Only negative, Ruben Loftus-CHEEK is out with an injury, so we'll miss the final. Gutting for Ruben Loftus-CHEEK, but as Frank has continually stated, next season will be Ruben's year, and it's getting him back to fitness. Hopefully this injury doesn't set him back too much. But going into the game tactically, I'm intrigued to see how Frank sets up, considering the form of Arsenal, considering how well they played in that Man City game where they looked really structured, really decisive and deadly on the counter-attack with the pace of Aubameyang. They look really solid defensively in that game, and that's something Chelsea needs to be wary of. Also, transitions have been a big problem for Chelsea in and out of possession this season, so I'm sure Frank is concerned about that. But also looking at the tactics, looking at the formation, specifically the formation, will Frank stick with the 3-4-3 that he's used in the last 3 games? That's going to be the intriguing thing for me. Will Frank stick with that, or will we twist and move to another formation? Because when you look at previous encounters with Arsenal this season, the game in December where we won 2-1, Frank started with a 3-4-3, then we went 1-0 down early on, and Frank switched it up, moved to a 4-3-3 and brought Jorginho on, and that helped Chelsea eventually win the game. And in the game in, of course, I think it was, late January, where the 2-2 draw, started with a 4-3-3 again, and Chelsea should have won that game pretty simply based on the fact Arsenal had 10 men. We dominated a lot of the ball, made stupid errors, and it became a draw. But I think Frank is a manager, as we've seen this season, countless times, he sticks to things that work. And I think based on the current situation, the current players, who's in form, who's not in form, I think he just will stick with something that has worked in, of course, the semi-final and that Wolves game. So I think he's going to stick with the 3-4-3, and I think it's going to be a very similar lineup to the one that started against Wolves. Willy Caballero in goal. I would be astonished if Kepa comes back into the team. As I was explaining my rational perspective for Wolves, I think Caballero right doesn't solve all our problems in that area, but definitely gives that assurance and that more calming nature to the defence that hasn't been there previously. Back three, Dave, Zuma, Rudiger. I don't see this changing. They played well last Sunday. Reece James at right wing back, big game for him. I think N'Golo Kante will be the one change. I think he'll come in alongside Mateo Kovacic. I just think Kante, a player of his class quality for such a big game. It was a similar situation last year where he was a doubt for the Europa League final, came in. So I think Frank will call on N'Golo Kante to start this game. Marcos Alonso, of course, at left wing back. Mason Mount, I think, will start, even though Willian is fit. I think Mount, scored that free kick wonderfully last week, has been in brilliant form for Chelsea and is so important for this team. So I think Mount will start. Christian Pulisic simply has to start. He's been our best player since the resumption of football. And although, of course, last week wasn't as good as recent weeks, he's been astonishing. And if he picks up form, if he's anything like he has been for the majority of the game since the restart, I think he could win us this game single-handedly. We've seen that. And Olivier Giroud, the man banging form, the man who's been Chelsea's hero. Can he score another final goal against Arsenal and help Chelsea secure the FA Cup? But that is my lineup. Please let me know yours in the comments below. It's a big game. It's a massive chance for Chelsea. I don't think it's like do or die in the sense that, this isn't the end for Chelsea. Very much, as I've said before, I think this is a bonus. But I think emotionally it would be brilliant to see Frank Lampard left a piece of silverware so early on in his time at Chelsea, and I think it would do the world of good to a lot of players. And I think, finally getting revenge on Arsenal at the 3rd time against them in the FA Cup final. We've lost the previous 2 against them in the FA Cup final, so maybe this will be the occasion Chelsea get the better of the Gunners. But please let me know your opinions on the lineup in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you did enjoy it, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter at Son of Chelsea, and I'll see you again.